All right, guys, it's a beautiful spring day here at the shop, and I'm feeling motivated. I want to get something done today. And so here's what I got in front of me. I've got 4 trucks that are non-running. They've all been sitting out back of the shop for, well, different periods of time. And I love all these because I love all 67, 72. But one of these in particular, I'm absolutely most drawn to. I just can't help it. It's been here for a short little bit, about a month or two. And I kind of want to really work on that one. But I got to put some logic behind this. And that one's been sitting here for a couple months. That one has been sitting here for a year. This one's been sitting here for a year and a half. But this old girl has been sitting here for 3 years. I know, I suck. I'm dropping the ball here. And so I've got to work on this one. I'm forcing myself. It's a cool truck too. They're all cool. I need to get this thing running. It's been sitting out back. I bought it all those years ago. It was just too good of a deal to pass up. It's a 1968 Longhorn, 50th anniversary truck. I'll get more into that here in a little bit. But yeah, it was just a good deal guy couldn't pass up. And I brought it back, dropped it off out here back at the shop. I was like, oh, I'll get to it someday. I'll get to it someday. I'll get to it someday. And I don't know about you guys, but time flies. Certainly in the last couple of years. Like just yesterday I was buying this thing and bringing it home. Well, I checked. It's been almost 3 years. So I want to work on this truck and get it running today. It was sitting for a long time even when I bought it. Didn't quite run. Shouldn't take much to get it going, hopefully. But yeah, let's get a closer look at what's going on here. So it has what I believe to be the original motor, and that would be a 327. It is optional V8 in this year, not the base. The base would have been a 307, and as the first year for 307 is 1968, and optional one above engine to that is a 327. Also, of course, first year for the big block 396. They started putting them in these trucks. So this was one down from the top line engine option you could get in a 2-wheel drive pickup. Still a great motor. These 68, 67, 327s, they put these trucks are really good running, high winding. They're torquey too, just great little motors. So I should say I'm very certain it's the original motor. So one of the first things I want to do is check that suffix just to really, more than anything, cure my curiosity here. And I can spout off for sure that it's original motor. Yeah, so let's kind of go where we got going on here. We got a really old interstate that's too small that I'm sure is dead and not rechargeable. We got a missing heater box and a massive inner fenders that they were beating on to get to the heater box that they stuffed with insulation to, I'm guessing, keep the critters out. Hey, that's cool. It's not full of mouse poop, but it's also missing, not there. But that's easy, and that doesn't keep it from running. So here's our motor. Of course, heater core is bypassed, and it's got, I haven't looked underneath the hood of this thing for a while to myself, so I'm kind of forgetting what was going on with this. It's got a water pump it's like a little bypass here, a water hose that's going around. Is it attached? Oh yeah, it's attached. It's got a hose clamp down there. Spider webs galore. We got Edelbrock, which is obviously not the original carb. If I'm going to say anything of here is making me concerned to keeping it from running, it's going to be that. Not because Edelbrocks are bad, just because, well, its carb has been sitting probably with fuel in it. Hopefully not. The filter's empty. I don't know, but the gas tank doesn't smell that bad either. I think it's empty. I don't think it's sat with gas in it. We have got a missing fan. I bought it like this. These parts were in a, no, I sourced these parts for it off of another 68 parts truck. It was missing the pulley and missing the fan, and I've got some fans over here that should be the right style. This is also broken. It's almost like the fan came apart, and then I don't know what's going on here. I got one of these for inside the cab too. So I got the missing fan, pulley parts, and missing, I got a couple of fans here that should go on it. Whatever parts, the course of the last 3 years, I haven't touched it at all. Nearly have not touched it all. But whatever parts that were 67, 68, or, that pertain to this truck that it needed, I was just throwing in the cab. So you guys will see here in a second, the cab is full of parts too that may get used on it or may not. But they were saved with this truck in mind. So yeah, manual brake truck. It is a 4-speed SM 465. First year for that transmission in these trucks. And yeah, the legend was born. The ultimate tough truck transmission, the old SM 465. We're looking at the first one here. So pretty cool. Yeah, I guess my plan is we'll see if it turns over first here, and then after that, if I get it to turn over, which I'm guessing I have to do something with the battery and cables and whatnot. I gotta find the key too. I think I know where it's at. It's inside in one of my drawers in the desk in the office. Find the key, make it turn over, and then check and see if we got fuel and spark. I'm almost leaning towards maybe just trusting this tank and throwing fuel in it. Again, it doesn't smell crusty. They had this thing running. This was a running truck, and it just sat there for a long time, and then now it's sat here for a few more years. So I think we're gonna be successful today, but you know, maybe I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch here. But yeah, so make it turn over. Try to see if it'll spout off with some fuel in it. Sort out fuel, spark issues. Yeah, let's get at it. Let's see if we can make this thing run and make some noise. All right, so I got the air cleaner out of the way, and the carb really is super clean. Doesn't mean it's not dirty in the bowls from, you know, old gas. You know, give it a sniff test. I cannot smell bad gas anywhere on this thing. It really, I mean, I'm not saying it never was ran with this carb before, but supposedly when I bought this thing, it was, oh, it's a brand new carb. That was part of the listing, what they were talking about. So, is it? Maybe. Hopefully, that'd be cool. But it is very clean, so that does look good for it. So, got the battery out of the way. I've got one inside. I've gotten the charger, and so I'm gonna kind of check out, maybe clean these cables up a little bit, because you can already see they're kind of, well, grody. I think I actually have some new ends. Maybe let's put some new ends on them. I think bother cleaning enough and just go new. Yeah, we'll do that. What's also weird here, I kind of just noticed, I guess it would make sense if they took the heater box out. Obviously it's leaking or they replaced it or whatever, but they got it all bypassed, but there's actually no hose clamps on half these. There's no hose clamps in the upper radiator hose either. There was one, they're gone. So I gotta pay attention to that before I get too hot. Don't want that blowing off there. Yeah, it's like missing half of its hose clamps, so it's okay. I've got some. I'm just noticing that, make a note of it. So gotta get some hose clamps on these already existing hoses. They once had hose clamps on them that someone stole. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Funny things happen when trucks are sitting around. Get this out of the way too. It's broken and I'm tired of looking at it. So there, looks better already. Okay. And it is a Longhorn, which we're seeing, well, inverted here, upside down bed. More on that later. I'll get into that fiasco once we hopefully get this thing running here. Yeah, extra 6 inches in the bed, and the frame is extra deep and is a 1-ton frame. So even though she's badged as a 20, it's a 30. They're all 1 tons, whether they're badged as 20 or 30 or not. But yeah, 1 ton purpose-built camper hauler. Here's the mess I created inside. But all good little parts. We got a bunch of 67, 68 trim, I think is in this box. Yeah, grill trim, side trim, this and that. It's our fan shroud. We've got other bits of trim, motor stands, a good used water pump. I don't know. Yeah, some of the stuff in this one I forgot where I even got it, why I put it in here. Yeah, it's gonna have to get a little bit of cleaning in here to even sit in it and try to start it, but that's okay. Okay, so I found the keys. I remember they had a Coors Light keychain on them. For some reason I remember that, and it also there's another beer reference inside that is kind of funny. That I think it also dates how long this truck has been sitting. So Chelsea ran to the store and got me some new battery cable ends. I couldn't find the ones I had here. They're somewhere. I'll find them surely now that we went and bought some more. Did up the cables a little bit, clean them up, shorten them up, and got rid of the rotten ends, and made this one red so that it's, well, it's positive, and that one black, so it's negative. Got a good battery in it. Did a new little wire here. Yeah, this is hooked up. It's to see if this thing turns over, I guess. So that's what it's time for. Okay, no fuel, so it ain't gonna start. Yeah, there is the other. It was sitting like this. It's like freshened it up. Now it's like a brand new little floor mat there. I don't know why it's here. It was here when I got it. I kind of laughed at it. That's the old Bud Light logo. I actually used to be a Budweiser salesman, so this is like, that's even like when Bud Light Lime first came out. So 10, 15 years old. No, more than 10. Yeah, at least 10 years old. 10 to 15 years old. That right there is. And so I think that's how long this truck's been sitting. I think it dates it pretty well. So see. I think these are right keys. Yep, they are. Okay. So that is in neutral. I'm not hearing anything. Nothing's on in here, but let's just, oh! Cool. Sounds good. Turns over good. Cool. You guys heard me say it before. An old Chevy, it turns over, it will run. The truck has on it a big PTO. Yeah, it's got a big old PTO on it. Which again, I'll get into of why that's here. But, yeah, didn't really have any scary noises there. Oh, I wonder if that's true. If it's got that much in the tank. Okay, I'm gonna throw a stick down the tank, a broom handle or something, to see if there actually is anything in there, because it's never smelled bad. And it looks like it's a new tank. See that? Okay, that kind of does stink now. Yeah, okay, yeah. See, that's all come back to me. Look at that. That's a brand new gas tank. So, we're throwing the gas in there. You know what I might do? Well, I'm gonna see if there's any gas in here. And then if there is gas in here, I'm gonna just pop the line and see if it just drains out. Drain out all the gas and just throw new gas in it. And so that way we won't even bother with the little jumper can and that bullshit. We'll just run off the, well, brand new. It was nearly brand new gas tank, but it's not 50 years old, rusty, crusty inside. I can guarantee that. It might be 10 years old, rusty, crusty inside. So again, I think my next thing to do here is check that gas tank and see if there's anything in it, if the gauge is lying or not. It smells like there's really nothing in there. I've sloshed it around, but I'll try to see if there's anything in there. If I just pull this off up here, if it starts flowing out, then we know and we don't. But I'm gonna replace these lines. This is like a surgical, like rubber, I don't know, like I think it's called surgical tubing, see-through. That's down here, and then these are just kind of, well, yeah, that one's kind of trying to be all dry rotted, so these are super stiff. So I'm gonna replace the little rubber hose sections and yeah, get some fuel to Edelbrock and see what happens here. As you can see, we're still points, so I'll be throwing a set of those on there or cleaning them. We'll see. But I got a bunch of that stuff flying around, so that's no biggie if we get to that point and we're needed to do that. I feel good about this now. Turns over good. I think we'll have it running here in the next little bit. Look at that. I'm touching the bottom of the tank. And come on. Oh, this thing's stuck in there. Nothing. Bone dry. Love it. Awesome, awesome. Okay. All right, so I got the hoses replaced down below. Got rid of that surgical tubing it had on the fuel line that went to the fuel pump, and I've got these replaced here with fresh hoses. Right. This one is all dried out too, and our automatic choke isn't quite working. I think it's got to be played with here. Maybe it's not getting power from inside, but right. I just got it bypassed here. So we are ready to, well, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna throw a little bit of gas down the carb. Oh, a lot of bit of gas. And let's see what happens. See what happens. Yeah, big spark. All right, moment of truth. Yeah, I think so. The guy can throw gas in it now, I think. Well, that was...
Oh, it did? No, it hasn't got any there.
Yeah, I didn't put any in the tank, I don't think.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Okay, I filled the... We know we got spark because it barked right off. And so I filled the tank up with the fuel. Checked to make sure it wasn't leaking, and it's not. We'll throw a little more down the carb here. And yeah, as long as this fuel pump is working, we'll have a running truck here. Oh, truck. We got a running truck. We got a truck that will stay running.
Yeah.
So, see what happens now this time.
That's about all we need now.
Yeah. It didn't lift or, a little bit of lifter clatter. Let's see here. Okay. Car might be a little gunked up. Any fuel in the filter yet, Ted? Yeah. Is there? Or not yet?
Want a little more gas in there?
Yeah. Just put a little more. Just put a little dash in there of it. Just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right, you ready? I think it is. Any fuel in the filter yet?
No, I can't see any yet.
Okay, I'll try starting it again.
Okay.
Go ahead and throw a little more down there. Okay, ready? Let's see. Any fuel coming up yet?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. You know, I should make sure that it's hooked. I didn't hear him assuming things. It's not this new tank. Oh no, it's hooked up. It's hooked up. It's hooked up. Okay, nice. You to see if it's hooked up.
It was bone dry, wasn't it?
It was bone dry, yeah. So I mean, that fuel pump could be pretty weak. I have to put a fuel pump on it.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure it's hooked up from the tank to the fuel line on the down here in the goat heads. Oh yeah, it's hooked up. Okay. I think it's just gonna take a little while to prime itself, or that that fuel pump is weak maybe. I think it's gonna be a good runner from what I'm hearing. It seems like it's yeah. The carb might be a little gunked up. The carb's not unmanageable though. The carb seems like it's gonna clear up with some run time.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. All right. Try start it again. No fuel yet still?
No.
Okay. I'm almost thinking that fuel pump is, what's that? Yeah, you can record if you want to. I'm just keeping it on the engine up here. Well, I think anything, if it doesn't pick it up here soon, that fuel pump is obviously weak, but I've got one for it, so we can put one on it. Nothing yet still in that filter?
No.
Okay. Well, looks like there's certainly nothing in there. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna try a couple more times, but I think it's gonna be that fuel pump. If it's not picking it up yet. I mean, we've done this several times now. Should have picked it up by now. Even, I mean, it's got nothing, you know. Even if there's a little bit of a splash in there, you'd be like, okay, but
Yeah.
it's got nothing. So. That runs good though.
Actually, it sounds like it's gonna run
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a little bit coming out, but not much. So.
This guy want to blow into the tank?
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah. All the other things I'm kind of writing off. I'm not. I should is the I didn't think about the sending. This smells kind of rotten. Just a little bit of remnants in that tank. The sending unit could be that goes into the tank. The tube that runs down and picks up from the bottom. That might be bad. So pull that sending unit out and make sure it's all complete and not broken off, because if it ain't reaching down into where the gas is at, then it can't suck it out of the tank. So
okay.
maybe this is working and it's trying to suck, you know,
Right.
and or suck and pump the fuel up to the top, but maybe it still can't because that sending unit could be bad even when I put gas in it. So it's either that or it's that sending unit, or both. So
Yeah, it could have gotten stuck, I guess.
yeah, something plugged up in it, and because they might have bought a new tank, but they might have put the old sending unit back in it, is what they easily could have done. So I think this is the culprit for not wanting to stay running, because I got the fuel pump off here and it is super stiff. Usually you can push on them, kind of get them to, you know, action to happen. You can hear them pumping, but this one I am absolutely reefing on it and it is not wanting to move. So I think this is well, this is quite possibly it right here. Okay, so I got a new one here. We just gotta go take this inside, put it in the vise, and get this line off, and we'll be rocking and rolling. All right, got our fresh fuel pump on down there. Our hose is hooked back up. We're gonna, well, try again, see what happens this time.
It's going to take off.
Ready for the Grand Prix.
I think so. We got gas flowing in.
All right, cool. There it is. All right. Oh, come on. Oh, there it goes. And up the idle a little bit. All right, start it up. Oh, our truck go away?
No, I said I'll let it go to get started.
Oh, here. I think we gotta leave that in there. Or I don't. Is it? Why are we leaking gas so bad too?
Is it?
Yeah, on the side over here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
It might just need to get happy here. Let's see. It's got fuel, that's for sure. It's flooded. Huh. I wonder if the bowl is. Yeah, it's the float's stuck. It's not closing.
Oh,
Give her a couple love taps and see if it'll flood pretty good. So it's got a float right here.
Right.
It's got a float over here. It's got two of them. We'll see. Might have to pull the carburetor apart.
Got something pouring out here.
Okay, let's see. Where at?
Right here.
Up top? Yeah. I think I have to pull this thing off of there, I think. It ain't gonna quit.
First we don't have fucking gas, and now we got more fucking gas. We know what to do.
I know, no kidding.
That's a hell of a pump.
Yeah, it works too good. Yeah, I'm sure those floats are just stuck. Yeah. They were sitting there closed forever and probably all gunked up.
Yeah.
And, I was thinking about it as I was changing the fuel pump.
Right.
The fuel pump being bad actually saved this, because it probably died, you know, because it wasn't delivering fuel.
Oh, right.
So it sat there with no fuel in the carburetor for this whole entire time because that wasn't working. So really,
right.
the fuel pump being bad probably saved this, but we're still fighting carb issues. But still, I don't think this thing is just totally, you know, gunked up all terribly or nothing. So I think we'll just be able to pop the top, you know, off of it and just clean up in there a little bit, and we'll call it a day. It'll be ready to go back on. Okay, so I got a spring over here.
Yeah.
All right, I got the carb off here. Let's see, it's a gasket. I'm gonna try to reuse this so I don't got any extra Edelbrock gaskets. I don't think. Oh, there it goes. Come on. This thing does look nearly new inside. Besides whatever issue we've got going on here. Come on. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just gunky in there. Our needle and seats are just, yep, there's our, look how the one closer is kind of more reluctant to move. And that's the one right by the inlet. Look at our one over there. Our whole float assembly is kind of bouncing back and forth. That's good. It's fluid motion. Look at this one. It's kind of all gunked up and stuck. So I'm sure it's just that this needs a little bit of a carb clean action and good to go. Oh yeah. We'll get this apart here and get all cleaned up. It looks like there is a bit of a mess here in the bowls. They're kind of icky. So we'll get this all cleaned up and cleared out, and I'm sure we'll be good to go. Got the fuel dumped out. You kind of see it's got a light little coating of gunk in there, keeping this thing from staying running and running, right? Well, Chelsea ran to town and got us getting me some carb clean. I was all out. And while she was doing that, I took a minute here and I scrubbed off the front pad of this engine block. And you can see our last two characters there are Y and S. Like I was saying, I wanted to see if it was the original engine. And so I got this all cleaned up. And we can see here, the last line on this page here, we got suffix code YS, last two characters. We can see there it says YS. And TRU, that's truck, 1968, 327, 240 horse, manual transmission, L73 option code, the engine was, and 1x4, that's a carburetor, 4-barrel, one of them, and in 20 and 30, and C for two-wheel drive. So this absolutely is the original motor to the truck. So that's cool. We got the original 68 large journal 327. I fully expected that to be true. But here we are, and it is.
Nice to confirm that. Huh?
Yeah, it absolutely is. All right, carb is back on the engine. Gave it a good cleaning. Couldn't really throw a kit at it. I don't have one, but it didn't really need one. It was just kind of gunked up inside. Gaskets and little parts were all looking pretty good. I put this all back. It's got a belt on it. It's got a fan on it. It's got pulleys. It's got all the right stuff there. All correct for the year. So that's cool. Yeah, it's time to, well, give it a go and see what happens here. A little more. Okay. See if it'll stay running now. I think it will. All right. Come on, baby. I'll turn it up a little bit. I kind of pulled the screw out and cleaned it a little bit. Oh, there it is. Back from the dead. It's got a newer exhaust on it. Single. Got a big old giant muffler. Got a whole bunch of crap underneath here. I'll be showing you guys here in a second. But cool. Runs. Yeah, it's been running pretty good actually. Oh yeah. The old 12-block Chevy. Can't kill him.
They might be sick for a while, but they're not dead.
Nope, that's just right. All right, I got the hose clamps on that I was talking about. They were missing. Got it topped off with coolant and fluids. Gonna take it for a spin around the block. See if those brakes work. One of the reservoirs for the rear actually was empty, so we'll see. I'm not gonna hold my breath there. But hey, it runs, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna drive. So see what it does. put in reverse.
Why?
I got so much crap in here. Look at it.
Oh.
So I can't get over there. So forward gears only until we
Yeah.
clean out the cab. Clutch makes a little bit of noise, but I think it's just the throat bearing.
Yeah.
It's a little dry.
Looks good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Motor's nice and quiet. Quieted up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of ticking when we first started up, but it quieted up quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's good. It only somewhat stinks in here. I like it. I like them all though.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. It's a runner driver. It's putting around the yard here. The brakes kind of work. I actually would feel comfortable taking it, well, out on the actual open road down the block. If it wasn't for the elephant in the room, why is the bed upside down? Well, I'll try to get a shot of it here. There's some stuff on the back. This is remnants of it. There, that shows right there. They rigged this thing up to be a dump bed. And I didn't really know this until I got there to look at this thing and seen all this. So it's got a big old cylinder there, and they kind of cut the cross member out of it. And they cut the rear, well, good chunk of the frame off here. The frame usually goes all the way to here, and they cut it off and built this like swing, swivel crap. And it's dumb is what it is. And the floor of the bed is so beat up and it's just gone. I bought it like this. It was upside down on the frame, sitting on these big posts, and yeah, it's, well, here it is. First day I'm kind of really working on it and playing with the thing. And so now this is the next big thing to fix, is get rid of that and all of this. It's not, you know, terrible to be, you know, to have a dump bed on the truck, but the way I did this one, it was just kind of more hacky than not. And I hate how they cut the rear of the frame horns back here. It's just, everything's kind of compromised. Now, this is where it kind of got funny, and this is maybe a big old excuse for me, but this kind of threw a wrench in the plan. When I first bought this thing, I was like, ah, man, I gotta fix the frame. And again, it's a Longhorn, so the frame is unique. It's basically a frame of, well, it is. It's a frame of a 1-ton, but it's got bed mounts on it, so it's all unique. Those bed mounts up there, only one of them is shared. These here, things leaking water because, well, it's got a bunch of water from sitting upside down. Well, they cut them all off, as you can see, but the bed mounts, where the normal bed, the bed bolts to, are unique on that of a Longhorn. So I needed those, and needed the rear, you know, foot section of the frame, as well as this cross member here, which is actually unique to that of a Longhorn and 4-wheel drive frames, and 1-tons as well too. So I needed a frame to fix this thing, and I got one. Actually, I bought it as, well, this. So here it is now. I got it over here at the shop, and I took the bed off and put on another Longhorn truck I had that actually was missing a bed, and this trailer bed, which is just a perfect solution to our problem. That's where it's already cut up frame. I want to cut up a whole other Longhorn just to fix one. We've got the perfect donor right here. So again, this one's the same as a normal long bed truck. This is Longhorn only, and actually, excuse me, this is the only one that's Longhorn only, but this one here is 4-wheel drive truck and Longhorn only. The normal 2-wheel drive ones are not the same as those two there. So I've got some Longhorn only bits, and of course I need this cross member. That's where the cylinder's at in there and whatnot. So, and this thing's rear frame rails are intact. It's got a goofy tube bumper I got to cut off of it. So this little, well, half of a truck here, half of a Longhorn, this is the fix-all for that truck. So, well, now that's running, I need to get that upside down bed off of it, and a guy can start putting these parts onto that frame, get it all doctored up, and order up a wood kit for that floor, and get to where it has a bed on it again. Because then, well, it would be a truck again. Now that it's a runner, it's kind of a truck, but it's not a truck till it's got a bed on it. And I think it'd look maybe a little bit better if the bed was, well, right side up on it. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Well, I'm kind of excited about this, and I actually have to thank a certain someone. It kind of gave me a kick in the butt to get going on this thing. Thanks to Jesse Adams, because he gave me these slot mags, well, a month ago or so, And, you know, this thing had some steel wheels on it. They were just like, yeah, whatever. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to put those in that Longhorn out there. Maybe it'll get me excited to work on it. Well, here I am. They did it. It worked. So thanks, Jesse. If it wasn't for you, I think it'd probably still be sitting there waiting for me to even, well, touch it and look at it or do anything with it. But she's got some mags, so it's cool looking. And, well, I guess maybe I'm biased. I got mags on everything. And this one's, well, no different. Okay, well, cool, guys. Today was a victory. We got a truck running. It was sitting since Bud Light Lime was a brand new thing. So the Bud Light Lime Longhorn is a runner. I don't know. I got to think of a name for it. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I almost forgot. Hang on. This truck, and most of you who are watching this who are 67 to 72, you know, fans or savvy or whatever, you already know. And so I'm telling you something that is, well, just no new news for you, but this is a 50th anniversary truck, and that was a commemorative model paint scheme that Chevrolet did for trucks in 1968 to mark their 50 years of building trucks as Chevrolet. So 1968, 1918, that was the first basically time they were considering making actual truck. So it was 50 year. So it came with this special paint. So 68 is the first year for the Longhorn, the 6-inch longer bed, 1-ton purpose-built camper hauler. I'll show a cool little clip here of some kind of Longhorn ads. So we've got a first year for the model, the 6 inches longer bed and 6 inches longer frame, 6 inches longer wheelbase, and 1-ton frame underneath. All of them 3/4 ton and 1-ton badge models are the same. They're both 1-tons. So again, I did a video on this, oh gosh, a while back, and you guys check it out. It's on the channel, talking about Longhorns, talking about this truck. My truck over there, of course, is the Longhorn 2. Talks about these two trucks and just Longhorns in general. So check it out if you guys are more interested in that. First year for Longhorn. 1 year only, special commemorative 50th anniversary edition. Last year for that motor, for 327 in the pickup. And there was something else that came up with today that was the last year. Oh, first year for SM465. So first year for that transmission, last year for that motor, first year for this special model, only year for the special commemorative 50th anniversary. So it's a truck of many firsts and lasts. And here it is with upside down bed and needing some more work. But hey, it's a runner again, and it's not sitting there dead and waiting to be worked on. I'm excited about it. Can't you guys tell? Oh, and the 50th anniversary, it had a special seat that was, I think it's almost underneath this one still. I think it's just a cover laid over the top. That was, it was the same colors outside. It was a gold with the two-tone white. Oh, and also, it's the first year for Quadrajet on GM trucks. We see that over there. It's got a little tag that fills where the chokehold would be on 2-barrel carb trucks and single-barrel carb. Well, of course, the Quadrajet had auto choke. So first year auto choke and first year for Quadrajet on trucks. Kind of cool. So I've got here, first off, I must say, more shanks for those. Oh, please, about to spill open. I made a big mess with the stuff that was over there. The box blew open and it's all on the ground over there. I got to go pick it up. Brake parts. I've got new drums for the front. I didn't buy for this. They came with another 3/4 ton drum brake truck I had. So I've got a bunch of new brake parts for this thing. So if I got to do that, I'm already kind of halfway there. Move this. Let's see. I got some crusty old ram horns in the way. Let's see if I can get this out of the way. There we go. I think that'll. Hang on. I'm gonna get this one. Stay. Come on. Okay, so we can see there, J. I wonder where J was. God, I'm drawing a blank on that. It's made in J, or made at J, whatever plant that was. Interesting. 133 Longhorn wheelbase, 133 inches, 6 inches longer than 127, which is normal long bed truck. You can see here 327. We see the off gold and white, which was the 50th anniversary special colors. It's basically all it was a special color package, as well as the two-tone gold and white seat. And it's kind of coming back to me now. I think you actually could get them with a black. Gosh, I think it's actually Brady, my buddy Brady's dad's truck. It's kind of having a A little bit of a flashback here. I believe you actually could get a 50th anniversary with black interior. They had a golden white seat, but the door panels and this will be black. So I think there were some options, and you could get them on different trim levels as well too. We see this as a custom group, which it of course says on the doors as well too, right there, which is an earlier 67, 68 thing. And you could get it on a CST as well, the 50th anniversary special color. Basically, just a special outside color along with the two-tone golden white seat. But yeah, you get them in a custom camper, a custom, a CST, I believe even a base model too. So 327, 4-speed, has a front sway bar. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you know what? I just noticed, and it just kind of clued in this. It wasn't really that much of a bear to turn around. Doesn't got any power steering. The truck doesn't have any power steering. So I wondered kind of today why, I was just trying to get the thing running, why there was kind of like there was a little more room underneath the hood. Well, that's why, duh, it doesn't have power steering, and it doesn't drive terrible around a lot here, but of course this is gravel, so it's a little more forgiving. But yeah, 410 ratio in the back and the big eating out back. Yeah, not a super loaded truck, but more so just kind of, I guess you could call it special in its model. Oh, this was part of the trim package as well too. Pretty cool. Had no radio factory, I believe. I don't think I said radio there, but it's got one. It's factory appearing. There's a Motorola. It's kind of cool actually. Yeah, I didn't have a radio factory. Not listed there, but it's got a factory appearing Motorola. You can hear the clutches a little chattery. And I think that's some kind of clunks in the transmission, but it's got a PTO for that cylinder. You guys might notice if you're paying close attention. It's got a bunch of cables running back and forth underneath the hood. And that's, of course, for the PTO here and stuff. And it's in reverse. It's got a whine, and the clutch whines. The motor runs really quiet, so who knows? It might need a clutch. Who knows? Maybe I'll put a clutch in it. So there it is. It's a runner. It is a runner driver. That's pretty cool. It's cooler than it was this morning, sitting there dead to the world for the most part. So yeah, next step is I'm gonna pull this little chunk of frame out over on the pad up front where my plasma cutter is at, and I'm gonna get that cut apart, get all the parts off of it, get that thing going. I wanted to clean up around here and try to do some spring cleaning and whatnot. So now that this is ready to have some fixing done to it, we'll get those parts harvested and get that chunk of frame gone, and yeah, start spending some time on this thing here and there, and make it a truck again. Again, I think it look a little bit better with that bed right side up and able to haul some stuff. Yeah, no, 68 Longhorn, 50th anniversary, guys. Now, again, a runner. I'm kind of feeling silly. Why didn't I do that the weekend after I brought it home? It only took a half day's worth of work and some monkeying around. Oh, gosh. Never enough time in the day, too many trucks. That's kind of how I always feel. But I like this one. It's a cool truck. I like how it doesn't got a whole bunch of extra mirror holes. Got the factory, base model, small mirrors, and it's wearing most of its original paint. The biggest bummer, it's missing the tailgate, but I've got a lead on a 50th anniversary paint scheme, gold with the white lettering, Chevrolet across it. Tailgate, kind of needs a front bumper put on. This one's has some kind of like tow bar attachment. They were pulling around, or I don't know. They were doing something there. Be nice to put another front bumper on it. Make that look a little bit better. I've got one for it. I got a chromie. It can spruce things up a bit. This all went pretty good underneath here today. It'd be nice now to give it a good pressure wash and a cleaning. Change the oil, of course, and probably still do a tune-up. Them old wires are a little dry, and wouldn't hurt to replace them. Get some new plugs in it. She's only going to run better and better as more stuff goes onto it. And put the heater box back in it. Get rid of all that insulation, goofy stuff, and probably put an inner fender in it because that one's all beat up, and I don't know what they were doing. They were avoiding dropping it down to get the heater box out. There's a remnant of the heater box. They still broke the heater box anyway, so fix that. Get rid of the coolant bypasses and whatnot. Tune her up. Get her looking as good as she can underneath here for what she is, and that'd be good. That'd be good to do. Guess check out the brakes, make sure they're working as the guy's doing these frame, modifications and fixes back there. But yeah, get 100% underneath here and clean up the cab. Get the rest of the junk parts out of the cab. I'm saying junk parts because I'm realizing half of the stuff I was setting aside for is mostly junk, but half of the stuff I'll probably use in this. So yeah, clean it all out. It'd be nice. Would be nice if it is. Get the bed right side up so I can put the extra parts in the bed so they're not in the cab with me, blocking me from putting the thing into reverse. So it'd be kind of cool. But yeah, she's It's only can get better. That's all I have to say about this now. It can only get better, and today went great. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll have some more on this truck soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, more 67 to 72 content soon. Thanks again for watching, guys.